Hey guys, welcome back to the Military Man channel. Today I've got a very special project I've been working with for some time. We want to thank Anderson Manufacturing and Thoroughbred Armament for making this project possible. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright guys, I got the camera moved in closer so you can watch me sweat. It's like 100 degrees in Kentucky right now, it feels like. I brought you in closer so you can check out the Anderson AM15A4. Now if you don't know about Anderson, they're located right here in Kentucky, and it's Ville, Kentucky, and I really appreciate their business. And the idea from this video kind of got the spinning around when I done the FN Collector Series unboxing. I had a lot of comments on that video and in my cult videos that those guns are overpriced and that you can get a much cheaper AR that does the same thing. And I kind of argued that, but instead of arguing it fully, it got my ideas to turning, and I reached out to Anderson Manufacturing to see if you can get a more of a budget-oriented M16 clone and have just as a good weapon as the FN or a Colt's offering. So I reached out to them and they sent us this. I'll throw in some footage, some close-up footage of it. Out of the box is a very good quality rifle. I've shot it quite a bit. I've had zero malfunctions. The rifles run excellent. Upper and lower movement since we got it out of the box is excellent, still excellent. Notice nothing wrong there. We'll get into the rifle's features. You may wonder what the difference is between an $1,800 AR and a $600 AR, and we're going to go ahead and talk about them. So straight out of the box, you get your standard A2 butt stock with trapdoor in the rear. The standard stuff there, standard A2 pistol grip, standard mil-spec trigger. You got your standard 7075 T6 aircraft grade aluminum upper and lower. You do have a very nice mil-spec carry handle that's adjustable from, I think, 0 to 600 meters, and it is windage adjustable. We've got your standard M16 carrier. Now this does have their RD5 coating on it, and if you don't know about the RD5 coating, that's kind of Anderson's claim to fame, is that on their RD5 coating, the weapon heats up. It doesn't have to be lubricated as much, because when the heat is added to the coating, it causes lubricity between parts and causes you not to have to lubricate your weapon so much. So that's pretty cool. You got your standard fire control group, standard mil-spec trigger like we talked about, standard T-handle, all that's normal. Now one thing that differentiates this from, let's say, the Collector Series is that you do not have a T-marked upper receiver, nor do you have any markings or kind of cage codes. Now that's normal. This is a civilian gun. It's not made to be a military gun, nor was it the Anderson ever contracted from the military to make anything, so they're not required to put anything on there. This is just a civilian gun that's made to look like that, so that's understandable. Now, before we get to this, so moving forward, we've got our 20-inch nitrite barrel, 1 in 9 twist, 5.56 chambered, and that's going to be another reason that a price difference between maybe this $600 AR versus the $1,800 FN is that on a nitrite coated barrel, you're not getting as longevity as you would a Colt Hammer Forged or a chrome line button cut rifle barrel. They're more accurate, some say, than a chrome line barrel, and they are excellent. They do hold up well. They do hold up several thousands rounds, but not as many as a Colt Hammer Forged. So that's one way Anderson uses cost-cutting measures to get this rifle cheaper for the consumer. And it's a great barrel. It's government cut underneath the handguards, and I've had zero issues with it. Rifle shoots great. I'll try to roll in some group footage if I have any of that. But rifle's excellent. We've got an F-mark front sight post up here. I don't know if you can see it. F-mark front sight post, standard A2 birdcage, all the standard stuff. Now you may wonder about this M5 brass handguard. Now this M5 brass handguard was supplied by Thoroughbred Armament. We really appreciate and thank them for supporting our channel and for sending this to us. We really appreciate that. Okay guys, we had to cut the camera for just a second due to the heat that almost overheated my camera, but back to our M5 brass. Now this comes from Thoroughbred Armament, and we've had Thoroughbred Armament's brass systems on here for a while. They sell P&S products, M5 RAS systems and M4 RAS systems, and they're great quality quad rails. If you don't know, on the FN15, they come with a Knights Armament Company M5 RAS system. P&S Products was contracted by Knights in the early 2000s to manufacture these for the U.S. military, so this is correct U.S. military part. Thoroughbred Armament has new old stock of these, so both the M5 and M4 RAS offerings for your M16 and M4 builds, so go check them out if you want one. They're very awesome people, and they're also a Kentucky native. So we really appreciate them and their business and what they do for here in the Commonwealth. So got that beautiful RAS system on there. Everything's solid, nice and sturdy. They're just as good, if not better quality than the Knights Armament, so go check them out if you're looking for one of those. Also, you may notice I've got this little UID label here. Now that was supplied by Carolina Laser Works. I always like adding these little tags to just set off your M16 M4 build. And like I said, we got one on here. It says Anderson AM15 or serial number and like Colt's cage code, which I thought was pretty cool, and we want to thank them. And they also supplied us some of these shell deflectors, keep from boogering up our shell deflector on AR, so go check them out. They make great little quality items like that to set off your M16 M4 build for a very cheap alternative, or a very cheap cost rather, so go check them out. So what do I think about it? Well, I've been shooting it quite a bit, and I really like it. I think for what you spend, this rifle's well under $1,000 as it sits, and I think it's hard to beat for what you're paying. I really do. I think this is a good solid rifle. I think this is going to be just under 800, how you see it, maybe just a little bit above that, roughly. I don't like talking prices a lot on YouTube because they get mad at me, but the very good quality rifle and very cool rifle if you're looking to add one for your collection for just filling a gap, or you're wanting a good shooter, have a look, and you don't want to break the bank and use that money for extra money that you'd spend on FM for ammunition. This might be something you want to look at. I've had zero issues with this gun. I wasn't paid by Anderson to say anything. Like I said, they just supplied us the rifle, and this was my own idea on my project to try this, and I really like it so far, guys. It's a very good rifle, and we look forward to doing more with it in the future. Now, this build kind of serves as a clone of an early 2003 Iraq invasion USMC rifle. I'll throw in some pictures there. If you notice, back then, a lot of Marines were still rocking the carry handle with the M5 brass systems because they didn't have enough ACOGs to go for everybody. So that's kind of what the build I did here, and it fit that need in my collection. I do a lot of M16A4 military builds, and that just kind of was the icing on the cake in my collection. Have an early 03, 04 Marine Corps build, and what they might have used a Fallujah or Ramadi. So excellent rifle, guys. I can't talk good enough about it. If you guys are interested, go check out Anderson on their website. They have these, and they also have a new dissipator we have on the channel. If you haven't watched that video, go check it out. I'll link it down in the description. But guys, I appreciate you watching. I'm going to get out of this Kentucky heat. Like I said, if you like what you see, always give me a like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one.